Up until a week or so ago, I could not have told you much about Howard Scott Warshaw, nor anything about his 1982 six-week creation of E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, other than his game has been deemed one of the worst of all time, but secretly I have always wanted to play it. Well, cue the Atari Game Over documentary that appeared on our Netflix not so long ago, which is a fascinating watch, by the way. It gave me all the excuse I needed to purchase myself a copy, one, so I could really see how bad this game was for myself, and secondly, so we can check out the free Easter eggs, which I was extremely surprised to hear about, that Howard somehow managed to squeeze into the game amongst his ridiculous 6-week deadline. And I never thought I would be saying this, but it's E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial on the Easter Egg Hunter. Welcome everyone to the home of finding sweet chocolate Easter eggs within our video games. Well, okay, perhaps not chocolate ones, but it's as good as having and finding the real thing, but just on a different level, as this is the Easter Egg Hunter. Number 1. E.T. the game pretty much follows a basic storyline of the film, but the important one, as E.T. is stranded on Earth. You need to help him to build a telephone made up of 3 parts, make a call home, then stand in a designated landing pad in the forest. The ship comes down and E.T. goes home. Though it sounds easy, often the scientist and the FBI agent love to come along and hinder the task, but Elliot will be there to collect any Reese's Pieces E.T. has gathered for bonus points once a level is complete. When the game is turned on, change the game select number to 3, which will make it easy to see the Easter eggs since only Elliot and E.T. are present during gameplay. When the mission gets underway, the spacecraft lands, E.T. disembarks, meaning we can now head off and explore the 6 sites on planet Earth. One of these is home to the forest, another site is home to Elliot's house, the Institute of Science and the FBI building, while the remaining 4 sites are probably the most important since they contain lots of deep wells that are, yes, troublesome at times, but some of these are useful as they harbour parts of E.T.'s interplanetary telephone, though it's knowing which one to jump down. So as you wander the 4 main sites, you'll be able to spot question mark symbols that flash up in the top indicator bar. While you rest in these areas, simply tap the red button on the controller to activate E.T.'s power. By doing so, one of the nearby wells should indicate which one is a part of the telephone hidden within. Once it does, jump in and collect the first piece. When E.T. has managed to gather up all 3 parts of the telephone, you can either call home by stepping into the call ship zone, which can be found tucked away in any of the 6 sites, and then head to the landing zone in the forest to await being picked up. But instead, we're going to take some time to call Elliot, which is exactly what we need to do, but just before doing so, you must have collected 7 Reese's Pieces, no less and no more, that litter the 4 main screens, otherwise the Easter egg won't work. When E.T. has hit this target, call Elliot from a Call Elliot call zone indicated by this symbol, and then by hitting the red button again, and Elliot will walk up to E.T. and gather the Reese's Pieces. Then we must find the flower that is tucked away in one of the many wells. If you struggle to find it and E.T.'s energy is running low, then you can gather a few more Reese's Pieces and eat them once you stand in one of the candy zones to help build up E.T.'s resources. After locating the flower, maneuver E.T. up to it, tap the red button on the controller, and the flower will magically turn into a Yar from the 1982 video game of Yar's Revenge, and was the first game created by Howard during his time at Atari. If you help E.T. to get back home and complete the first level, repeat this process for a second time by finding the phone, collecting 7 Reese's Pieces, calling Elliot, and then discovering the next flower, where this time it will morph into a figure of Indiana Jones from the game of Raiders of the Lost Ark on the Atari 2600, and this so happened to be Howard's second game. And finally, again complete the level and repeat the steps once more, where on inspecting the flower this time, it will just simply grow. But if you check out E.T.'s energy counter, it will now display the letters and number of H, S, W and 3, representing Howard Scott Warshaw's third game for Atari, and thus completing our time with Atari for now and our look into this well-known title.